When you stop needing it, you will get it or have it. Okay, cool. But what does that actually mean? And I know you've heard this before, like a dozen times. When you stop needing it, you'll have it, it's yours. And yeah, I have a feeling I know what you're thinking. So I just stop wanting it, just give up, act like I don't care, detach from it. No, that's not it at all. But I get it. It sounds like one of those, vague cliche phrases people throw around in the manifesting community. And if you don't get the real meaning behind it for yourself in your direct experience, you're going to end up faking detachment, pretending you don't care, or worse, convincing yourself to suppress your desires while secretly obsessing over them. So let's clear this for you. Cool? Needing is a false identity. It's not who you are. So right now, I want you to notice something. Where does this feeling of needing something even come from? Who is the you that feels like it doesn't have something? Try to look for it. Look at this you. Seriously, just pause and search. Is it a thought? Is it a sensation? Is it a movement? Where is this I need this actually coming from? And more importantly, who is the one that supposedly lacks? Because here's the thing, neediness is not a real thing. As you're able to discover slowly, it's a thought, it's a story playing in the mind. And the second you keep believing it, you start acting from it. You start looking for signs. You start thinking, what else should I do? How do I become I am? How do I get into my true nature? You start checking your world, your reality like a tracking number, waiting for your manifestation to arrive. And now you're locked into that state of not having temporarily. And I'll emphasize this more with an example, right? So I had a client who wanted their specific person back bad, right? Like really bad. And no judgment because we've all been there. So every day they were like affirming, or doing the 10-minute method, even visualizing sometimes. But in their words, it still feels like nothing is moving. So I asked them, when you imagine having them, do you feel like they're a part of your life already? Or are you still checking if it's working? They admitted they were still checking, right? Still waiting, still measuring whether their affirmations were shifting reality and trying to convince themselves that they were not a victim, still treating it like a cause and effect process, still holding on to the false self that was separate from their desire. And that was the real issue, so to speak, the obstacle. So they thought they were manifesting from the wish fulfilled, but they were coming from a place of lack. So here's one of the things of the many somatics inquiries I told them. I told them to drop the waiting. No, not in a just give up kind of way, but experientially to look at the one who's waiting and see if it's even real. And yes, we went into other somatic inquiries because sometimes a story needs to be seen through several times. And when they saw this, the whole thing collapsed. There was no lack to fix for them, no waiting to do, nothing else to do. And when they actually saw that in their direct experience, when they saw that the neediness wasn't even existing as an actual entity, that's when their person started initiating conversation and coming back into their life. Not because they stopped wanting, but because they stopped being the version of themselves that lacked, that version that was never real in the first place through their direct experience. So what does it mean to stop needing something? It means you see through the illusion of lack, not convincing yourself you're greater than lack. It means you realize you were never separate from what you desire in the first place. So naturally, lack becomes an elusive concept. It means you stop creating a false self that has to get something, again, from your direct experience. That's how you stop it. Because listen, you can't need something that's already yours. You can't need something that's already here. You can't need a video that you're already watching. And when you finally see that, not as a belief, not as a concept, but as your direct experience, that's where all these guided pauses come in. The somatic inquiry comes in my coaching. That's when everything shifts. Not because you tricked reality into giving you what you want, not because you let go the right way, but because you finally stopped identifying as the one who doesn't have. And that's the thing that changes your life. So, and no, you don't have to get coaching from me or anyone else. See through the story yourself. And only then can you decide your life is going to be amazing. Otherwise, all of those phrases like, oh, when you stop needing it, you'll have it. Or just decide, just choose. You are the amazing I am. All of those are freaking just empty phrases, okay? They're just empty, nonsensical words that you might as well discard and go back to living your life. And if you do want coaching, actual experiential stuff, no. Not pep talk, not accountability coaching. That's where I come in, and you can hit me up at hello@anilareddy.com. Because coaching is about experiencing and feeling the truth of the words that you've been reading so far. You've done amazing research already. All right? Please don't go to people. You don't have to come to me either, who are not going to get you to see the truth of the phrases you've been hearing in all your researching years. If you get an experience, a direct experience, a shift where you can feel it in your bones, that's where you go. And if you're interested in being here, I would love to see you in the comments. Otherwise, you can hit me up for coaching if you want at hello@anilareddy.com. The links are also in the bio. And if you want to relax your fixer self, there's a mini course called Unwind. But otherwise, I'll see you in the comments. You're so welcome here.